All right. Good morning, everyone. Let's play some more Hustle Cat. It won't come out. I thought at first maybe it was Mochi's and it got stuck there, but growing out of my face, I tried to pluck it. That was probably one of the worst ideas I've ever had. Now I know just how sensitive cat whiskers are. Is this really how the curse starts? I've been pacing around for too long. I gotta go to work, but how am I supposed to leave the house like this? What if someone sees me? I guess I could try to cover it with something. Dig around a bit and find some dust masks under the sink. Maybe that'll do the trick. I can pretend I have a cold or something. Or not, because trying to put it on feels really awkward against my face. I'm at a loss here. I'd call one of the staffers, but I didn't get their numbers yesterday. I guess it'd be hard to use a cell phone as a cat anyways. I'll just have to go to the cafe and hope someone's there to ask. I didn't run into anybody on my way to the cafe yesterday, but knowing my luck, there'll be a whole crowd or something. I keep my head down and walk quickly. Jeez, my face itches. I hope another one isn't coming in. The thought is enough to make me pick up my pace. Running to work is gonna be a theme for me. Maybe it'll keep me in shape. I just hope I can keep my human shape too. Why are there so many people milling around the front of the cafe today? This is exactly what I was dreading. It's like they showed up specifically to look at the magical mutating cat person. As I approach the cafe, the whisker falls off, like a dead leaf or something. Look at it, just flutter to the floor. I leaned down to pick it up. If I hadn't seen it happen, I would have thought it fell off one of the cats. This is stupid. This is so stupid. My eyes start to sting. I can't tell if I should be bad or crying or both. This is just really, really stupid, and I don't want to deal with it. I kick the door open with my foot, but it's actually pretty heavy, so it just sort of nudges open. Where the hell is Graves? Looks like most of them are already here. They're already setting the table for breakfast. Like this is just a regular, normal day where nobody grows cat whiskers. Give me a moment. Oh, Avery. I don't think he's in yet. What's the matter? This is the matter. This whole dumb situation. He probably can't see the whisker I'm waving around, but I don't care. He knows what I'm talking about. Oh, is it yours? What kind of cat are you? I'm not any kind of cat. I'm a people. I can't believe this. Oh, come on, Avery. You should have known this was going to happen. How the hell was I supposed to know? Sounds like somebody here didn't read his contract. The safe areas and other tips are mentioned in the welcome pamphlet. What contract? You signed some paperwork when you started, right? Yeah? Well, how could you all be so chill about this? We work for an evil dungeon lord who's turning us all into cats. I don't think they're called dungeon lords. Avery, none of us are happy about it either. We're doing what we can. There's gotta be more you could be doing. Where's Graves? He may be upstairs, but I don't know. I remember hearing Graves going up some creaky steps yesterday. Maybe that's his office or something? Whatever it is, that room's gonna be missing a door after I take it off its hinges. I storm towards the back of the cafe. The steps must be back here somewhere. Hayes and Mason are in the kitchen. Hayes is gawking, and even Mason's got an eye on me. Avery, where are you going? I've had enough of this. I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind. What? This curse crap. The others trail me into the kitchen. What am I, the cat herder? Avery, chill out. We aren't all mad about it. Most of us signed up for it on purpose. It's done some good things for some of us. Well, I'm mad about it. I'm mad as hell. Turning into a cat won't do jack for me. I know you're mad, but it's not Graves' fault. He does a lot to help us. We owe him. I don't owe him a damn thing. Seriously, Avery, shouting at our boss isn't going to change anything. There's nothing we can do about it right now. Let's just sit down and talk about it. Okay. So I believe quitting does just get you an ending. But we're gonna go with you're right. I guess I see what you mean. Oh, come on. Don't be such a salty caramel latte. Lily puts her arm around my shoulder. I try shrinking away, but she just redoubles her efforts. I've never had someone be so forceful about comforting me. Like donuts, right? How about jelly donuts? What does that have to do with anything? I think it's time to show you that this cat curse isn't all bad. She gives me a quick wink and a punch on the shoulder. Go sit down at the table. I'll be out to show you in a sec. This is so stupid. The frustration festers in the pit of my stomach, and I don't even have anywhere to put it. I feel another hand slap me gently between the shoulder blades. What is it with these people? This time it's Mason. Didn't eat yet, right? No, I've been freaking out about this all morning. How am I supposed to eat? He doesn't lift her hand. I can feel it like a weight on my back. Stop sulking and sit down. Eat. Is that a comfort or a threat? Good food calms you. Gives me a firm but gentle push towards the dining area. It's like being scooted forward by a steel pillar. I guess I might as well go sit down. I return to the front of the cafe and plop down on the chair at the head of the tables. After all that following everyone was doing before, nobody's bothered to come out yet. Maybe they think I could use the space to cool off. Feels a little like I'm in timeout. First out of the kitchen is Hayes, of all people. He tiptoes and delicately sets a small teacup down in front of me. It's chamomile and lavender tea. It can help with stress. I drink it sometimes when I'm overwhelmed too. Hayes flinches a bit when I look up at him. I pick up the teacup and hold it to my face. It smells lovely, at least. He looks at me with his eyebrows upturned until I take a sip. When I oblige, I see what he means. This is pretty calming. I let out a deep sigh. I can feel my shoulders slump a bit. He seems relieved that I've approved. He takes it as permission to sit, takes a seat next to me. You know, I get anxious a lot. You probably guessed that though, huh? Some things help me out, like the tea, but I think the thing that helps me the most is being a cat. I know that must sound pretty stupid, but it's nice to have somewhere to go. I like that I can curl up in a tiny corner and nothing is expected of me. It helps me a lot. So that really does sound stupid. But that's what we mean when we aren't mad about it. No, I think I get what you're saying. I don't agree, but I get it. Thanks. He doesn't seem to know what to say. He's just sort of staring down at the table and picking pieces off the paper napkin in front of him. Alright. So one of these will take us into Hayes' route, I believe, but we do not want that right now. So we're just gonna leave him alone. Okay. I get it. I get it for someone like him. Does that mean I should give him his space? He's definitely right about the tea, that's for sure. He probably should have poured some for himself. Heck, he should probably have an IV of it. He seems so on edge all the time. But what about the others? Do they get something out of this too? Esteemed patrons, may I have your attention, please? Especially you, Avery. Where is her voice even coming from? Down here, kiddo. Huh? I look down and... You're Jelly Donut? It's me, a real-life internet sensation. You're so surprised. You should see the look on your face right now. Wow, so you really capitalized on this curse, huh? I just started making videos as a way to have fun with the situation. Who knew it would make me a celebrity? I'll give you my autograph later if you like. No, I'm fine. She gives my leg a playful pat and then gives me a wink. You're so starstruck. I am not. You so are. I bet you spend a lot of time on the internet. I bet you know all about me. No. You are blushing. Why would I be blushing about a cat? Oh, cut the shtick, both of you. Reese saunters up, serving platter in hand. He nudges Finley aside with his foot, scooting her a good distance from the table. Rude. Are you over your temper tantrum, Avery? Well, I almost was. But then you had to come in here and call it a temper tantrum. No sense of humor, just like I said. He reaches over my shoulder and sets a plate of pancakes down in front of me. Finley, go change back. I don't want your dirty feet on the table. God, I'm gonna sneak nip into your clothes next time you're on cat detail. Despite her threat, Finley saunters off, tail flicking into the break room. She returns a moment later and flops down in the seat across from me, but not before grabbing another stack of pancakes from Reese. She's already digging into her food when Mason comes out from the kitchen and takes her usual seat. Landry follows close behind her with another tray of pancakes, and the rest of the table pounces on their breakfast prey. How are you feeling, Avery? Better, I guess. I'm glad to hear it. We didn't mean to spring this on you, but I think we all forgot how confusing it all was at the start. I know we assumed you already knew what was happening. So, am I the only one who didn't read the contract? Did it say like, hey, I'm gonna turn you into a cat or something? Not in so many words, at least. But, of course, we all read it, right? Wow, the varying degrees of sheepishness going around this table right now. Nope. I didn't really understand the safe zones talk and things. I thought it was about safety protocol, but I didn't ask. Hayes shrugs and looks intently at the maple syrup pooled on his plate, which I'm choosing to interpret as no. I skimmed it. I got the potential for great power, but at a price part, but the specifics. Oh my god. Oh my god, all of you. No wonder I'm the one in charge here. The point is, Avery, we don't want you to feel like you're alone. We've tried finding out more about it, but we all hit dead ends. Yeah, you can't exactly wiki how to cure a cat curse. Well, you can, but the results are, well, they're from the internet. Why didn't you just ask him? Oh yeah, I did, but he said something like, we are but actors on the stage of life, and we have been cast in this drama of cafe. That sounds like something he would say. And you bought that? But everybody just sort of nods and agrees with Reese. Wow. But we're all in this together. We're like teammates now, and we can figure it out with or without Graves. Yeah, you're right. We can do this. I raise my fork, pancake still attached, like a musketeer giving a salute. I get varying nods and murmurs of agreement, but nobody follows my example. Thought we could have made this a thing. We need to figure out first is crowd management. Jelly Donut days are rough, and we need to be ready. I think I should spend time with Mason. To help her in the kitchen, of course. Hayes too. I'm okay with that. We might need you both to come out and help us from time to time too. We can't spare anyone besides Finley for cat detail today. You know how these days go. No cat breaks. Sorry, Hayes. I know. Avery will be the main two covering the floor. Hayes and Reese will be out from time to time if we get really swamped, and Graves should be by later to help us out. It might be a bit hectic, so I hope you're ready. Take a moment. Because I figure, what better way to play a cat cafe game than to have coffee and my cat right beside me. And also breakfast. Mission accepted. This sounds exciting. I bet this place is fun when it's busy. Yeah, some of the people who come by are so cute. Just wait until you see the kids. This little girl had a Jelly Donut shirt she made herself. Oh, that's so cute. I think you'd look cute in a Jelly Donut shirt too. Are you trying to get me to join your fan club or something? I don't have one, but if you want to manage it... no, that's your loss. Mason, are you ready? This is going to be a long day for you. I like a challenge. Now finish eating so we can get back to work. Yes, ma'am. Reese shovels one last pancake in his mouth, and without even finishing chewing, grabs his plates and hurries after Mason. Hayes at least manages some grace in his exit. I better go get ready too. My public awaits. Finley hands me her plate, then dramatically flicks her hair away from her face like a starlet in a photo shoot. She disappears into the back as well. Alright, Avery. Drink your coffee, because it's time to get energetic. Yeah! Good, because if you look outside the cafe and around the corner... Oh man, is that why there were so many people out front? Yup. I better chug this coffee then. Well, better get pumped. And oh boy, did it become busy fast. There was a crowd of people as soon as we opened the door, and they're all clamoring to see the internet sensation, Jelly Donut. They pour in like a leak in a ship's hull. Landry tells me that sometimes we have to cap the number of people allowed at a time, but it's not that bad yet. Hopefully the numbers stay down until Graves gets back. We'll need this crowd control in the afternoon. Where the heck is he anyway? I'm sure he has a lot to deal with. There's a lot more to managing a restaurant than what's going on inside, I'm sure. He always comes to help out sooner or later. I'm having a lot of trouble picturing Graves waiting tables. Maybe he wears that uniform Reese is so obsessed with. Okay, I don't have time to sit here daydreaming about that. There are tables to wait. Boy, are there a lot of orders for donuts and coffee today. I didn't even know that was on the menu. I guess it's pretty on point to offer donuts on a day where Jelly Donut is in the cafe, but somehow I hadn't expected it. I don't see them in the pastry case. Maybe they're still in the back? I better go check. Hey Mason, are there donuts back here? Oh yeah, there are. A whole stack of them, and they're still warm. Oh, they're those cakey donuts that are so good too. I shouldn't be hungry after such a big breakfast, but they look amazing. The coast is clear. I don't see Mason. Hayes and Reese aren't even in the room. I could just... We're definitely sneaking a donut. But... Sorry about that. We are definitely sneaking a donut. Just one donut won't hurt, right? I reach out my hand and feel another hand on my shoulder. I freeze. I can feel her lean in and breathe close. So close I can feel her hair brush the side of my face. Gonna pay for that. Sorry, Don't steal from my kitchen. She says it in such a low, calm voice, but I will never, ever think about it again. Sorry, I won't do it again. You're right. You won't. She ruffles my hair and is gone as quickly as she appeared. I pity anyone that ends up on her bad side. Hopefully I'm not one of them. Stop wasting time. It's busy out there. Right. Mason dumps the tray of plates in my hands, then shoos me out the kitchen. I bring the plates to their respective tables. I'm getting really good at this waitstaff stuff. Oh, thank goodness you're back, Avery. We're so swamped. Avery to the rescue. This is still a bit much. It's like we're under a waterfall of people who want to see Jelly Donut, or something like that. I don't know. I'm too busy to think of a good metaphor. Finley's loving it though. Look at her just mug up. Look at her just mug for the camera. And there they go again. Someone else trying to put their donut on her head. Excuse me, please read the rules. We can't let customers bring food to the cat play area. Fine, whatever. Jeez, you see something on the internet and you think it's okay to do it in real life? Some people. Someone better talk to that kid about these bad habits she's encouraging in people. The offending customer has already vanished back to his table, but now there are 3 people who've taken his place. We need more babysitters. One at a time, please. No flash photography. Oh, thank goodness. Reese and Hayes are back out to help quell the crowd. Reese has taken a spot at the door as the world's tiniest bouncer, and Hayes is taking someone's order. Which reminds me, I better get back to work too. We're in the final stretch, but dang is this exhausting. My pockets are bursting with tips, but that's not much consolation if I feel like I'm ever gonna leave this place. I could really use a break. Hey. What's she doing out here? Does she need a break too? I suppose I shouldn't be too selfish. I'm not the only one working my butt off here. Get in here. It's not a request so much as a command. I better go see what's up. Did some kind of baking bomb go off in here? We're all taking turns bussing tables, but this crowd hasn't left so much time to deal with dishes and cooking utensils. I need your help. And here I thought you didn't trust me in the kitchen. I don't, smartass. I need coffee. Yeah, me too. No, we're low on beans. Get them from the basement right around the corner. I'm swamped. Oh, duh. Yeah, of course, just a sec, I'll get them. I've never been to the basement before. It's probably not a great idea to get someone to help me out, but dark spaces kinda creep me out. This is a restaurant, not a haunted house. And I'm not some scaredy cat, should be fine. Here goes nothing. There sure just is a skeleton. Like a prop skeleton. Holy crap, Graves. I try to give you the benefit of the doubt, and this happens. This isn't a restaurant storehouse, it's a Halloween surplus store. Is that? It is. It's a curio full of model skeletons. What the hell? What's he got padlocked in the cabinet? Do I want to know? Yikes, I better get out of here and go back upstairs quickly before I get attacked by a giant toad. I find a giant bag of unground coffee beans that I'm sure I can just barely lift myself. But more interesting is the book that's resting on top of it. With its worn leather cover embossed with silver swirlies in the shape of a cat, it looks like a spell book or something. It's probably Graves' diary. I'm so curious. It wouldn't hurt to take a little peek, right? What the heck? I don't get this at all. Is it all written in code or something? This is all nonsense. Wait a second. Why is my name here? Ew. Is Graves writing about me in his diary? Avery. Oh, she sounds bad. Now's not a good time to start reading. This book is real tiny and fits just right in my hoodie. I'm gonna look through this when I get home. It's probably nothing, but after seeing my name in it, how could I resist taking it home for a better look? I'll bring it back before anyone even notices it's gone. Okay, but seriously, I should leave before Crow lands on my hair or something. I have the coffee bag in my arms and trundle up the stairs back to the kitchen. Ah, the light of day. It was way too quiet in the basement. I barely get the door open when I hear a muffled noise from the dining room and the clanging of pots and pans in the kitchen. Get lost? Took you long enough. Sorry, I didn't know my way around down there yet. Creepy, isn't it? Yeah, I'm glad you said it. Gave me the chills. I like it. Somehow, I'm not surprised. Thanks. I get back to work. Okay. Anytime? The whirring of the coffee grinder starts immediately after I start talking. This conversation is probably over. Better get out there and see what's going on. It looks like the crowd has dissipated. I don't see Finley or Jelly Donut anywhere. I guess her energy has its limits, huh? Hey cutie, how about some coffee? I had a real busy day at work. Oh, there she is. Wow, she looks worn out. I bet that does take a lot out of you. Wait, cutie? Dang, is she just being friendly or is she making a move? Alright. So, obvious answer. So we are going for the Finley route this first time. And then we'll be going for other routes later, but it's you got it hot stuff. You got it hot stuff. Why'd I say that? Oh lame. No good at this stuff. How would you like your coffee? You're so cute. Skim milk and as sweet as you. Sure. Oh my god, you blush so easily. Your face feels like it's on fire. Gotta get out of here before all my gray steams out my ears. I fetch her a cup of coffee, just the way she likes it. Once I make it back, I catch her looking at her phone. The cafe got some really good comments today. We should see a nice boost in traffic from those. So is this what you mean by social media expert or whatever? Yup. I run the company message board and all those other accounts. Jelly Donut was something I started doing to get more cafe traffic. I didn't expect it to get so big. It's actually a lot of fun. You should join me when you start transforming too. I could use a sidekick. Oh, yeah. I'd forgotten about that until just now. Sorry. I'm just trying to help. Here, come sit with me for a sec. It's quiet enough that Landry can take care of the remaining stragglers, so it should be fine if we sit for a minute or two. Really though, it's gonna be fine. We all stick together here, and you're a part of the family now, got it? You have sprinkles in your hair. She reaches up and finds a treasure trove of sugar stuck in her bangs. So I do. I mean it though, got it? Yeah, thanks. Got any room for another at this table? Huh. Guess there weren't too many left after all. I glance downstairs and it looks like he's already locked the door. Always. Landry scoots a chair next to Finley. I guess the cafe is closed now. I expect you all won't spend too much time lollygagging. We have cleanup to do. Jeez, Dad. Lollygagging? Really? I don't know. It was the first word that came to mind. Reese, why don't you sit with us too? We could all use a break. I suppose so. Where are Hayes and Mason? Oh, you know Mason. She's probably already gone. She doesn't stick around after shifts to help with cleanup. She gets here earlier than any of us for prep, so it's only fair she also leaves early. Besides, I think she has something that she does after work. What? As a cat? Hey, don't judge. I wonder what kind of cat she is anyway. Feels kind of rude to ask that, but you know what they say about curiosity in cats. I should see if she's here to thank her for her work. I'll be right back. Tell Hayes to come join us if you see him. You got it. Wow, the kitchen is pretty clean already. Is Mason that quick? Oh, there she is. I caught her before she could go. Mason. What? Oh, you really busted your butt today. Thank you. It's my job. She's already got one foot out the door. She seems irritated that I interrupted her. Walking home might be starting her route. We do not want that. We'll just say have a good night. Well, have a good night. And with that, she's gone. Boy, she's hard to talk to. She disappears around the corner, but a second later I catch a glimpse of a lanky orange cat with a crooked tail. Maybe that's her. It looks like she's heading in the same direction as my apartment. I wonder if we're neighbors? Probably not. It's kind of silly to assume. When I get back to the kitchen, I hear the sink running. It looks like Hayes is still doing the rest of the dishes. Why doesn't he come out to help with the others? Why doesn't he come out with the others? Poor boy deserves a break as much as the rest of us. If everybody's a family like Finley said, he should be part of it too. Help Hayes with the dishes. I guess we could do this real quick though. Hey, let me help with that. You can't do all those by yourself. You don't have to. Yeah, I do. I'm gonna feel bad leaving you in here by yourself. I like it that way. Too bad, because I'm here. Turns the sink back on and looks away from me. I guess that was a little forceful. He's acting like I scolded him. We do the dishes together quietly. He washes, I dry. This is really awkward. So, he looks startled like I just shouted at him. I was only trying to break the silence, but maybe I should have had a good follow-up. You've been working here long? Nailed it. I suppose so. How long is that? 2 months. I'd get more blood from a stone. Did I leave him alone after all? That's cool. Yeah. That's it, huh? Awkward. Finish up the dishes without much else, though, by the way of talking. Great. Alright. I'm gonna go back out and sit with the others for a bit. You coming? Sure. We both head out quietly. Grab a cup of coffee on my way back to the cafe. He slips upstairs, probably to get a cup of much better coffee. I head back upstairs, coffee in hand, and return to my seat. Hayes follows shortly after and sits at the table next to us. I reach out and drag his table a little closer to ours. We all sit and talk over coffee for a while. We divide the tips, careful to leave a separate stack for Mason when she gets into tomorrow. It's getting pretty dark. I should get going soon. I say goodbye to everybody and head out. They're all staying late again. I can understand that, of course. They'd want to be human for as long as possible. I'm gonna enjoy this while I can. The gravity of this situation weighs on me as soon as I'm out the door. What the hell am I gonna do once I start turning into a cat? How could I explain that? Nobody would believe me. And the thought flies out of my head. The black cat with the odd eyes is back. It sits in the middle of the road. Something dangles from its mouth, but I can't tell what. Wait, Graves, I know that's you. The black cat stares at me impassively. Playing dumb isn't gonna work. The black cat flops onto the pavement and displays out its legs. It's not even looking at me. Maybe I'm off on this hot tip after all. Or guess sometimes a cat is just a cat. Everything's getting to me. All the more reason to go home and get some sleep. I'm almost home now. I should figure out what I'm gonna do for dinner. Something just hit my back. Get it off, get it off, get it off! Wait, it's gone? I see the black cat at my feet. What the hell? Dang it, Graves. I don't care if this cat has graves or not. I'm calling it that until I'm proven wrong. The black cat drops off somewhere. Is it just me, or did that sound like someone saying the word meow? Worse than that, it sounded kind of smug. Graves. Maybe it's not him. Maybe I just smell like cat and attract other cats now. I better just get home before I'm jumped by more strays. I run the rest of the way home and slam the door behind me. I can't take this. If my hair wasn't already white, it'd be turning that way. You're late. Huh? Who said that? I looked down. Mochi's fat face is looking up at me. Oh, no. No. I'm not doing this. I dump some kibble in Mochi's bowl, then go to my room and close the door behind me. I shamble into my pajamas, but when I bundle up my hoodie, I feel a firm squarish bulge in the pocket. That's right, the book. Maybe something useful is here? I start to flip through the book again. There's my name, there's Hayes, Findley, Mason, Landry, Reese. Must be a clue of some kind, but I don't know what it's supposed to say. I cannot speak today. All these words look like they've been written by birds hopping around in ink. I toss my hoodie to the floor and get to work. Maybe I can decipher it. If I hold the book upside down, no. Is there a cipher? Nope, I don't know why I bothered looking. Of course it wouldn't be that easy. I try for another 20 or so minutes, but it's useless. I give up. Frustrated, I drop the book. It hits my hoodie and ungracefully tumbles over. I shuffle them away with my foot. Something tumbles out. What is that? It looks like it fell out of the hood. A bookmark? Did I leave it there? Why would I put anything there? I pick it up. Looks like it's got some weird holographic center. It's kind of pretty. Should I bring it back to the cafe tomorrow along with that stupid book? I go to tuck the bookmark into it for safekeeping, but hold up. I can read with it. I can read it with this. I don't know how it got there, but it's the key to reading this book. The Hallowed Covenant of Witchery. What? Reese did say something about witches the other day. This might be a good lead to whatever is going on. I settle in with the book and start from the beginning. I've been doing this for days now. I wake up, go to work, come home, lose myself in the grimoire, and barely make it to bed right before the sun comes back up. Lather, rinse, repeat. Listen to me. I'm calling this thing a grimoire now. I can't stop reading this dang book, or mumbling to myself, I guess. But seriously, there's all this stuff about witches, covens, powers. I've never seen anything like it. Sometimes I don't even understand the words on the page, but they make me feel strange when I read. Powerful, I guess. Like if I keep going, they'll suddenly click into place and I'll learn something unknowable. It's getting to me, though. I feel haggard. My coworkers have pointed out that I'm getting some wicked bags under my eyes. I haven't told them about the book. I bet they think I've been playing video games or something. What's with you? You're so friendly lately. Since when do you sit in laps? They do say that some witches get familiars. No, that's ridiculous. I'm getting ahead of myself here. I'm not becoming a witch. I have been trying some of the stuff in the book out, though. Just a bit. You can't blame me for that. Hear me out. But I think I managed to move a cola can with magic. Maybe it was weirdly balanced or something and fell on its own, but it felt like it worked. I've definitely been reading this gibberish book for too long. I should stretch my legs or something, right, Mochi? See, even Mochi agrees, and he hates exercise. Hey, it's actually pretty early. Reading a dusty tome all night actually reset my sleep schedule to a normal one. I'm gonna celebrate with some coffee, breakfast, and a nice walk. When did I become a coffee drinker anyway? It's not bad at all, now that I've gotten used to it. The stuff I drink is actually a real shade of tan now. Almost. My palate is refining every day. I just kind of want a big old cheese Danish or something too. There's that corner store down the road. I've been in there for a lot of stuff, and their breakfast pastries look really good. I could also just stop at the cafe. It's closed to customers today, but I bet someone's hanging around who could still make me a nice fancy coffee or something. Let's go get some from work. You know what? Why waste money when I can just get some coffee for free at the cafe? It's still not real great on the water to coffee grounds ratio, but I better learn with myself than with other customers, right? Last time I tried to make coffee was a disaster. It came out as this gross brown water. I really have to learn to do this right. Huh, doesn't look like anybody's here yet. There are some lights on in the cafe on the floor above, but I don't see anyone moving around inside. Maybe I was wrong about people coming here on their days off? Is it really just gonna be me, hanging out at work like I have nothing better to do? Alright, I'll just go make some coffee and then figure out what else to do for the day. Luckily, I just got my key. I can unlock the door and let myself in. Even though there are no people here, the cafe still feels busy with all these cats milling about. There goes Hash Browns, bossing around some other cats like usual. Now is making his eyes making eyes as it is own reflection on the floor. Kotick's in a cute little ball by the window. Marina and Aine are catching some sun. Ah, Junta has his paw around one of the other cats like they're spooning. Who is it? I peek in closer and get a look, and maybe a photo. But when I see that a little seal point nose is sticking out, and I pause. Is that A's? The ear flicks and one eye shoots open. It looks like he takes a moment to register what's happening. But once he does, his eyes dilate to the size of saucers. Avery? His tail pops up and he backs away from Junta at a surprising speed. He bumps into the wall, then hops a solid 6 inches into the air in shock. Please calm down, it's just me. Junta was crying a lot and then I just sort of, please don't make fun of me. Junta is one of our newest cats. He's a sweetheart stray we found wandering the streets, but he scares easily, so he gets clingy sometimes. How would I do that? That was really sweet of you. Slowly, I reach down and scratch Junta behind the ears. He's confused by all the commotion, but doesn't seem too stressed about it. But you're so thoughtful about the cats. It's great. I guess so. Thanks. I'm jealous, actually. I wish I could sleep in a pile of cats. It is pretty nice. He seems to have calmed down a bit, thankfully. Now how about some coffee? I could go for a cup, and I bet you could too. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to change bag. Don't look, okay? You got it. Despite being around all these cursed cat people, I've never seen a transformation in progress. Maybe it's not something I'm supposed to see? Anyway, it's probably rude and creepy as watching someone get changed, so I'm not about to peek. Okay. Would you like a cappuccino? I'll go make us some coffee. Sounds great, thank you. Score! I don't have to mess with the coffee machine after all. Avery, you should probably learn how to use a coffee machine. Like, mess with it a little bit. I sink into my favorite spot in the big circle couch, take a big old sip of my coffee. I could sit here all day. Maybe I will. Oh, Avery, you're here early. Yeah, I thought I'd come see what everybody's doing. I've been cooped up in my house too long. It's good to see you. I'll be around doing some handiwork, but let me know if you need anything. Oh, don't worry about me. It sounds like you'll be busy enough. There's the door again. Hello, hello! So Avery, what breed are you? Do you know yet? Excuse me? Cat, I mean. Sorry, is it still a sensitive subject? No, nothing's happened to me since the day I grew the whisker. I figured it'd take more time. strange. I turned in about a week. Yeah, me too. Hayes nods from the other couch. This wouldn't be the first time Avery's slow on the uptake. Were you just standing there waiting for a chance to say something like that? Of course not. He totally was. They're right though. Playing with that book really made me totally forget about the curse. Why haven't I seen any changes since then? Well, I'm gonna go do some laundry. Let me know wherever to find you out. Let me know whenever you find out. I'm betting you'll be a silver tabby or something pretty like that. I hope the type of cat I become is still a person. Reese rolls his eyes and flops down on the long row of seats to the side of the cafe. Settles in with a spiral-bound sketchbook. Finley picks up a large bag and trundles towards the stairs. Is there a laundry machine up there? Yeah, in Graves' apartment. He lets us do laundry there for free. Wait, Graves lives here? Yeah, duh. Third floor is his apartment. Shouldn't we see him, like, all the time? He's basically a ghost as is. He's usually out until really late at night and leaves pretty early in the morning. I don't think he sleeps. I bet he sleeps in a fancy coffin. I just mean he's really busy. He takes care of all the administrative stuff for the cafe after all. Well, I better get to work. That ramp isn't gonna build itself after all. Landry gives me a little wave, then disappears into the back. He's back a few minutes later with a handful of lumber and a roll of carpet. So that's why all that stuff was in the basement? Sorry, it might get a bit noisy in here. It's no problem with me. Suppose if you must. Landry and Reese go back to work. A few minutes later I hear Finley. They peek up at the balcony. She's fiddling with a laptop or something. Everybody seems to be keeping themselves busy. Maybe I should help one of them. But on the other hand, I'm not getting paid for it. So... you gotta see what Finley's doing. I'm pretty good with computers. Sometimes. I bet I could help Finley out with whatever she's working on. After a brief pit stop, toss my coffee cup in the trash, I head upstairs. What's up? How are the Jelly Donut videos doing? Oh, just the person I was looking for! Huh? Let me see your hands. Huh? Come on, I know you know more words than that. Hold out your hands. I don't know what you're doing, but okay. I hold out my hands, palms down. Don't do that stupid slap game on me. I didn't even think of that. Dang, next time. You really have nice hands. Thanks. Alright, you'll do just fine, just like I thought. Come here. You haven't told me what you're doing yet. Oh, you're right. I got a little ahead of myself. I'm making a human version jelly donut video, and you're gonna help me. Does that mean you're gonna balance donuts on your human head? Are you gonna balance donuts on my head? Nah, that's dumb. I'm gonna do a tutorial for jelly donut themed nail art. And you're my model. That sounds pretty cute, actually. You ever paint your nails before? Nope. I bet it would come out all weird looking and gross if I tried. You aren't that much of a klutz. I bet you could at least manage solid colors. We're gonna do so much more than that. It's gonna be so fun! Alright, what do I need to do? Just sit down and place your hands on this table. Okay. Let me set up the tripod and then we'll get to work. I'm gonna record the footage for now. I'll do the music and voiceover stuff later, so don't worry about that. The camera's just gonna be on our hands, so just stay still. She clasps my hands for a second and waves them up and down for emphasis. I can feel a blush prickling my cheeks. We have to get your cute face on camera sometime too. But first things first. She sets the small tackle box on the seat next to us. She props it open and it's full of nail polish bottles and all sorts of weird looking tools. There's also stuff like glue? Nail art is a lot more serious than I thought, clearly. These will be pretty simple. You work in a place where you don't want rhinestones or stuff coming off, you know? Okay. She sets to work and sets the tiny brush next to my index. And sets the tiny brush to my index fingernail. The polish feels kind of cold. Wow, her painting is so precise. I'd be all over the place if I tried to make these kinds of shapes. She moves quickly across each nail, painting the basic shape of a donut or a cat on each. You're so good at this. What? Good at sitting here? You're the one who's good. Oh, but I already know that. Few more quick, tiny strokes of a pen or something. Finley leans back triumphantly. Here we go. I'm a genius. She kind of is. There's all these little donuts with sprinkles and a big calico cat on my thumbnail. I'm gonna ruin these in like 30 seconds flat, I'm sure, but it's kind of nice to have now. Wow, thanks. Anything for my biggest fan. Oh jeez, she's never gonna give that up, is she? I'll stay put for a bit and let those dry. Can I at least go sit on the couch downstairs? I guess. We all get caught up doing our own thing when I hear footsteps approach from the kitchen. Why, if it isn't the big boss himself. My wonderful cat herders, I see you've been keeping the place well while I've been gone. He looks us over, but his gaze stops on me for just a second. He has a weird glimmer in his eyes that I can't really place. Ew. I'm on to you, buddy. I know you have something to do with that book. It can't have just been there because you're a collector or something. Heck, it has our names in it. I don't really understand those pages since the bookmark doesn't work on them. But still, it must be something fishy. Landry, excellent work on the cat's equipment, as always. But I'm not done yet. Have you ever given me a reason to doubt? I know you'll do a stellar job. We can talk about future designs soon. Sure thing, boss. Reese, I see you've been keeping your protege in line. Keep up the good work. Of course, nothing gets past me. The eyes and talent of an eagle. Protege? Are they talking about me? Hayes, my sweet Hayes. Can I trouble you for some of your exquisite coffee? I'd be happy to. You're a treasure, as always. I hope you've been keeping well. Oh, well. Finley? Finley peeks her head over the upstairs balcony to shout down. Come on, just come downstairs. Present! Your videos are keeping me busy. We had a whole new attendance record the other day, and 6 adoptions in 2 days. The inspections never end. I'm sorry you have such a precious, adorable girl here making your business work. You are my internet lifeline. I have no head for such things. I bet he's been lost ever since telegrams went out of style. And Avery, he's real close now. I don't think I like it. Puts his hand on my shoulder and levels his gaze down to mine. That blue eye is so chilling. It really is a telltale heart situation. I'm onto you, Avery. You're the fastest learner we've had here yet. I forget you're still new. I feel like he's not just talking about the cafe work. Well, I've been doing a lot of studying. So you have. He lets go of my shoulder and turns away to the rest of the employees. He definitely isn't talking about the cafe. He definitely knows something about that book. I'd ask him more, but maybe it's not a good idea in front of everybody else. I'll chase him down later when he's leaving or something. I have to get more information. Where's Mason? I wanted to see her today too. She hasn't been showing up as much on off days lately. Maybe she's found a comfy gig at an old cat lady's or something. I haven't been to your place in ages though. When did you get here? You startled me! Mason, I'm so glad you're here. It wouldn't be the same if you didn't join us. As much as I adore your cooking today, I'd rather give you respite. Think I'm gonna cook on my day off? Of course not. That's why I'll take the pleasure of providing you, my dear employees, with dinner today. But first, an announcement. He slips back into the kitchen for a moment. When he returns, he's holding a garment bag. No. You haven't even let me make the announcement. I know what this is. Absolutely not. For my more cooperative employees, then. With a surely practiced flourish, Graves unzips the garment bag and lets it fall to the floor. Oh no. No. Is that somehow both plaid and checkered flannel? I didn't know you could make a suit out of that type of material. There's a sort of appalled silence from everybody. Reese looks personally offended. Mason just straight up leaves. No appreciation for your new uniforms, and to think I had it made in your size, Avery. Try it on, Avery. She's still shouting from the balcony. I can't blame her. I wouldn't want to get any closer to that suit either. I'd rather wear a potato sack. And I went through such trouble to have it made. Check with us next time before you waste your time. It is easier to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission, as they say. See, you knew we wouldn't agree to it. Well, I'll leave this here in case you all come to reason. Take some time to admire it. I'll be off for one last errand. But trust when I return, you'll all be treated to a wonderful meal. Until then, farewell. With that, he disappears into the kitchen. I'm going to follow him. I just need to see what happens when he leaves. I get to the kitchen in time to see him slip through the back door. I'm sure I'm going to see the black cat. I just know it. I peek out the door as he leaves. Gets further and further from the cafe, but I don't see him change. Not even when he gets past the point where I know he's off the cafe grounds. I guess the others already assumed he wasn't affected by the curse, but why? This doesn't prove he's the culprit. How else would he escape whatever it was that got everyone else? Although, to be fair, I can't use that as proof. After all, I'd also escaped the curse, and I sure as heck didn't cause it. This seems like a good time as any to see if I can find out more about what's going on. I peek back into the main cafe. Looks like everybody's back to whatever they were doing before. The newly arrived Mason has kicked her feet up on the couch and seems to already be dozing off. Finley did say we have free access to Graves' apartment after all. I could go look and see what he's got up there. I'm also kind of curious about what it looks like. But then again, if he's hiding something there, wouldn't somebody have noticed it by now? Maybe he keeps all his magic stuff in the creepy basement. I wonder which would be better to search. So we need to go to the basement for this. It worked the first time, right? I bet that's where all the nefarious stuff is kept away. It was kept anyway. Maybe Graves is a hapless idiot caught up in someone else's plan. Maybe I'm supposed to think he's a witch, but it's actually someone else using him as a cover. Wouldn't that be messed up if it's one of our other workers at the cafe? I can't see any of them as the mastermind type. But what I do know... Well, I suppose I should prepare myself for some snooping. Boy, this place gives me the chills. I mean it. It's like 10 degrees cooler down here than it is upstairs. If I were a witch, where would I hide my witchery and witching accessories? I take a brief walk to the immediate left of the stairs, but there's nothing here but a cafe and cat supplies. Maybe the bulk coffee is also ground up and used to make arcane sigils? Or maybe I'm reaching? The right of the stairs has more interesting stuff anyway. I kneel down to get a closer look at the curio filled with crystals when I hear something creaking above me. Crap. Is Graves gonna catch me? Nah, he left. I'm hearing things. I resume my hunt. Maybe these are magic crystals after all. Creak, creak. Hello? Oh! It's just you, Avery. My imagination was going crazy when I saw that open door. What, you think something would be down here? I've played too many horror games not to consider the possibilities. Like, too many of them start like this, you know? Yeah, I've watched those games. Like, you think everything's fine and then boom! You know, like you go down the stairs and then you're stuck in the hell dimension. The hell dimension filled with party supplies and bags of flour. Oh, don't say that like you aren't skeeved out to be down here. Of course I am. Just seen like this in this one game, West Falls. You ever heard of it? Nah, we gotta work on your repertoire, you know. Anyway, so there's this scene where the main guy, Sage, is in a creepy basement like this, and then feel hands on my shoulder. Even though I know it's Finley, I can't help but jump. Pushes me against the wall, or at least tries to, but we don't get that far. I'm just sort of leaning back. A shadow is all up in his face, and you gotta shake it off. I get it. Sorry. It was this big surprise. You'd have to play it, I guess. That's another game I should lend you sometime. Boy, she's close right now. Like, really close. Not that I mind. So what are you looking for down here anyway? She doesn't really bother to let go. Instead, she puts her arm around my shoulder. Like we're going on a walk together. Nothing particularly. I just wanted to explore a bit. You know, last time I was down here, I think I saw a ghost. It was just lying on the floor behind the cat food. There it is, right there. Feel a hard poke in my side. Sorry. You're so cute when you're surprised. Just you wait. I'm gonna get you back when you aren't expecting it. I bet you'll try, but I doubt you'll succeed. Want to go back upstairs? Yeah, sure. I don't think we can go upstairs arm in arm though. You don't have to. You just don't have a brave enough heart. I mean it. We're gonna fall if we try that. Okay. She lets go of my shoulders and puts her hand on my back and gently pushes me forward. Shoo. Okay. Well, that was a bust. Mostly. It was kinda nice to talk to Finley, I guess. Feels good to be getting closer to everybody here. It's sort of like I finally have a social life. Well, sort of. I guess I'm still hanging out with a bunch of cats, but one way or another. Back to the drawing table on this curse business, huh? I drift from person to person, helping everybody with what they're doing for a while, but eventually the urge takes over. I just want to play with cats. Shunsuke gets all excited when I bust out the bell toy. Guess I'd be excited too. Al gets messed up on the catnip toy. Nao's swatting at his own tail, but I think the tail might be winning. Valentine is rolling around, kicking at nothing in the air. Seems to be having plenty of fun without me. Marina chases the feather on a string all the way up the platform. Wish I had that much energy. And then they start taking naps, and that seems... This part is ridiculously cute. Will someone please exhume Avery from that pile in the corner? I jump up with a start. When did I fall asleep? Good morning, sleepyhead. Why is there a garland on my head? In fact, I seem to be covered in cat toys. The heck? Well, we tried to wake you up. With catnip? What is all this? Finley. What? What, I just put a mouse there to see if you'd wake up. And then you didn't, so I put another. And another. And another. I got some really cute pictures out of it. Oh my god, don't put those on the blog. Why would I ever do that? I fling a catnip mouse at Finley as hard as I can. It ricochets off her head. Ow! Hey! Okay, they won't go on the blog. Good. Today. No. Finley, be nice. All of you stop distracting from the matter at hand. Dinner has arrived. I thought you were gonna actually make dinner, not just order takeout. We usually order takeout on off days. It's nice to get a change of pace and try some of the other restaurants around here. And there are fewer dishes to wash. The cuisine du jour is brought to us by the Thai restaurant downtown. You all so enjoy. Avery, I believe you'll be experiencing their splendor for the first time tonight. What did you get? You didn't ask me what I wanted from the menu. I did, actually. You mumbled something about pad thai and rolled over on top of a bunch of cat toys. Well, I mean, that is what I would have wanted anyway, so... Look over to the tables, and it looks like they've pulled them all together into one long row again. Takeout boxes pile up in the center table, and all of the places have already been set. Bon appetit, my dear employees. The pack descends on the takeout boxes. After some sorting, we're all settled with our respective food, and we sit down for dinner. Graves takes a seat at the head of the table. Well, he claims it in name, but he's hardly sitting at all. When he's not flitting between us and offering us drinks, he's standing behind his chair and telling a story as grand in as grand a Graves gesture as you'd imagine. When I was in college, none of you would have recognized me. What, did you take a break from your goth phase? You go grunge for a while? I would never break style. No, in fact, if anything, I suppose you could say I was more goth then. I had long black hair, and I wore such elaborate makeup. If anything, that sounds more on brand than you are right now. Why stop? You can't imagine how much time that took from my day. I have a business to run now, after all. Dad showed me a photo once. The one of you with your bandmate. Who? The guy with the mohawk? I don't know how he got such a huge hawk. Yes. It was pure witchcraft, that hair. He's doing it on purpose, isn't he? With the witch jokes? Wait, you were in a band? Are you really surprised by that, Landry? Come on. Everybody was in the band in the 90s. I don't recall that stereotype. Yes, I was in fact in a band. I bet it was called like Master of the Night or something like that. No, Avery, it was not. I think you'd want to give me more I'd thank you to give me more credit than that. Nah, more like Nightly Nightshade. Dark Carousel. No. Sorrows of Blood. The Two A's. You're all so cruel. You'll have to tell us the real name or they'll keep going. I refuse to further enable this slander. It was Spider Coven with an X. Reese. What? How do you spell spider with an X? Goth willpower. You're kidding me. They had a song that was called something like Rose Baptism. I only remember the parts that weren't in French, but no. It went to something like, no, this is traitorous. My own pupil betrays me. Trapped within my own mind, something in French. My will dissolves to blood, the soul's red rind. Life is but a march towards death. Right, Graves? Graves isn't listening to us anymore. He's pacing around and mumbling in agony. How do you know all this, Reese? Graves and my dad went to college together. He went to their shows. He met your mother at one of them, if I recall. You have to thank me for your very existence, my boy. Oh, don't put it like that. Everybody's laughing and having a good time. Even Graves is being a good sport. This is a good workplace. Like, aside from the obvious curse, which is both a benefit in some cases and not in others, this is a good workplace. This is nice. I wonder how long they've been working together. They're all like a big family. Graves is a lot more charming than I thought. He knows how to work a crowd, at least. I'm starting to get it. I guess this is why nobody's all that mad at Graves, even though they're all going through this weird nonsense. He's kind of like everybody's weird but benevolent uncle. We all chat over dinner, then coffee. Before I know it, the sun is totally gone. How long have we been doing this? Shoot, I better get home and feed Mochi before he throws a fit. He gets real passive-aggressive when he's fed late. It is quite late. I'll take care of all the dishes and sundry, so please relax and prepare yourself to face the day tomorrow. Yeah, I guess we better all get going, huh? Later. Mason's already headed out the back. She barely even turns her head when she waves goodbye. Alright everybody, see you tomorrow. And I believe we might be stopping here. It's been a good hour. Let's save file. Okay. Thank you everyone for joining me. How do I get back to the... Alright. Thank you everybody for joining me. This has been fun. It's a good game, and I highly enjoy it. See you later.